All right, hope you guys are doing well. We've got another video for you. It's been a minute since we put up a full self-driving video. We are on full self-driving version 13.2.9, and I'm gonna have the car drive me about 5 miles to my running location, and we're gonna see if the car will park itself in the parking lot. It's a pretty big parking lot at this park. And so, yeah, let's hop in. Let's see how the car does driving from my house to my running location. It's about a 5-mile drive. Shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes. And yeah, let's hop in the car and get going. Okay, so I'm putting this video together and I just realized that the GoPro, the mount was mounted to the glass roof of the car. And the arm of the mount isn't really long enough this way to give you a clear view of the road. Basically, the rear view camera is taking up that space. So I need to get a longer arm for the GoPro mount, but I'm gonna let the video fly anyways. Listen, you get to see a lot of the cluster data, the wheel, and navigation. So we're gonna let the video fly anyways. We'll get the right, we'll order the arm so you can get a better view of the road for the next video. All right, peace. Okay, I think we're ready to go. We're in the car, we're all loaded up. Gosh, what else do we want to do here? We've got our destination put in. I'm shocked it's 14 miles, but or 14 minutes. But we're gonna start the car right from here. I'm actually parked face in or nose in my driveway, and so the car's got to back out, and it's got to drive us to our destination. So let's get started with right here, pushing this button. Beautiful. You can probably see the cameras here. There's a little bit of a curb here coming out of my driveway. And we have to drive into the sun a little bit, so I hope this is not too bad for you guys as viewers. I'll be sure I take a look at it before I post it, but this might be a little tough actually. But yeah, I'm headed out here for a run in the evening. I'm here in southern Arizona, and unfortunately during the summer months it's just too hot to run in the middle of the day. It was about 110 degrees today. So anyways, I'm gonna let the car drive. I'm actually drinking an electrolyte drink on the way there because I'm a very salty sweater, I'm also a heavy sweater. So looks like the car's choosing to go into the inside lane. Also, for the record, we're in chill mode. I'm not sure if you can see it in the cluster there, but I'll show it to you here. And we probably just switch this over to standard actually. In one of their recent software updates, they actually let you put the blind spot camera in the cluster now. So I really like this a lot. And it's really neat how they continue to just add new software features into the car. Like, you don't really get this with another car company. Like, let's take BMW for example, because I'm a big fan of that brand. I've had a couple in the past, and every iDrive version for each year is different, and you can't upgrade unless some third-party software programmer like offers one, and that's the only way to do it. So it's kind of like Android in that sense. Like, when you are buying an Android phone year after year, it's not the same software. It's a different version of the same software. And so Tesla's very Apple-like in this sense. The entire fleet gets the update. There are some variations with some of the chips, but for the most part, good job. I always worry about that little curb corner there. But for the most part, the whole fleet gets the update. And so I kind of like that about Tesla so far. And I'm a really big fan of that blind spot camera being put into the cluster, instrument cluster. So anyways, we've got about 5 miles to go. Should only be about 12 minutes. Should be a nice short FSD video for you. Still kind of like wrestling with how long I want my FSD videos to be. You know, I'm not sure if they should be over 30 minutes or not, or if they should be like under 20. I think I'm a fan of the long form content, but I really don't have a lot of data to kind of see whether people watch it or not. Now we're coming up to a crossing with flashing red lights here. Okay, I thought the car was gonna blow it the way it was coming in, but it's coming to slow down, stopping right in front and continuing forward. I think the lights stopped flashing just as the car was coming to a stop. So I'm not sure if we got too far underneath the flashing lights for the car to see it. I couldn't see it because of the sun visor, so I'm not sure. But anyways, it came to a stop. It's supposed to do that. Now we got a red light here. So anyways, I'm gonna take a few sips of my sports drink. Going out for a 4-mile run. I need to lose some weight. Got a little double chin action going on here. And we're getting older, so it's not good to hold weight as you age. Anyways, I'm not a nutritionist or a health expert, but those are just my thoughts. Don't take the advice if you don't want it. But anyways, let's make sure the seatbelt's not blocking the camera. Also, if you look right here, this is from me getting back in my car, still wet from running. And this is the salt accumulation. I need to clean it off with a wipe. But I really didn't notice it until I looked at myself in the camera here and I could see it. But anyways, full self-driving is getting really good. It's really impressive. It navigated through some construction recently while my wife was in the car, and she was pretty impressed with it. And she's kind of hated it. I bought the software about at the end of 2021 when I bought my Model Y initially. So I've had it since about early 2022. It took a few months for me to actually get into the beta program. So so I've had it for about 3 years. Those early iterations where it was just writing a bajillion lines of code, it had its moments where it was really good, and then it had its moments where it was really bad. You know, I think it's changed with the neural network, the AI and the neural network. It's really, really, really impressive right now. And so I thought I'd share the experience with you guys. I'm pretty happy with the car so far. I actually have to do another video on why I actually bought this car to begin with. I should have started this channel way back when I got my Model Y back in 2021, but I was wrestling with the idea for too long. And it took me actually having this car for a year to decide to actually do it. So here we are. Hopefully we'll stick with it. The biggest reason look at the wipers. Not a good look, Tesla. I think the biggest reason, like if this is the first time you're seeing me, the biggest reason why I really started the channel was because I consider myself what you would call a power user. Meaning, I track the car, I drag race the car, I take the car on long road trips. There's a lot of supercharging, especially with the racing. And I live in southern Arizona where temperatures get up to 110 degrees plus. So we know that like batteries don't do well in the sun. I also don't have the luxury of a car garage. My car gets parked in the driveway. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how well the battery holds up in the context of degradation. So that's really why I started this channel. You know, so hopefully over the next 5 to 10 years, we'll see what happens. Or at least up until the point I decide to get rid of the car. But I think it's the best car Tesla makes right now, without question. Especially with the refresh where they added the ambient lighting. That's really good, but it's not enough for me to want to actually trade up. I think I'm gonna hold on to this until they introduce 800 volt architecture. At that point, the cars will be really competitive, especially competition-wise, like drag racing and track days. Because remember, you only get max power at the top 30% of the pack, right? Under 70%, under 75%, the car starts to lose a little bit of power. My understanding, it's still a 9-second car in the quarter mile, in the high nines, at 20% state of charge. But I've done half-mile drag races in this car, and the mile per hour at the half-mile mark, it was a significant drop. I think I clocked about 185 at the top of the pack, and then, holy shit, it squeezed through there. And so, but by the time I got down to the bottom half of the pack, it dropped down to 165 miles an hour, right? So that's significant, especially in that kind of stretch. So anyways, that's the drawback of 400 volt architecture. You got companies like Porsche, the European brands, Lucid, are already, all of their new stuff is already becoming 800 volts. This also is beneficial in the context of like supercharging, because the car will charge a little bit faster. So I am going to hang on to the car until then. When that time comes, if I still choose to be with Tesla, I'll trade up at that point. But anyways, that's just a little kind of backstory on why I started the channel. I'm just really interested to see how well the car's going to hold up in regards to degradation. So excuse me for a minute, I'm going to get a drink. Gosh, what else is going on? Other than that, I really do like the car a lot. I bought the car 2 weeks before the sports seats started shipping standard. And so I waited until they started offering the retrofits, and I went and paid for that. I've thrown a lot of money at the car, you guys, so I'm gonna have it for a while. I plan to do some other things, some PPF. I'm probably gonna do PPF this go around versus a wrap, just because I can do it locally. I don't have to drive to Phoenix for the wrap to be done or the PPF to be done. So I'm leaning towards PPF this time. I'd like to put a body kit on the car as well. At least a splitter, a diffuser, and another wing spoiler, sorry. So those are things I have planned for the car, but all in due time. I did put ceramic brakes on the car. I'm not a fan of that floating fucking brake pad in there. It's noisy as shit. And if I knew that was gonna happen, I probably would not have done it, because the car's very quiet otherwise. But you live and you learn, I guess. You see the camera, Each time the sun hits me, it blows my face out white, and then the camera has to make the adjustment. So anyways, we're about to turn right here. You should be able to see this on the navigation. And so we're practically at our destination. We're just gonna see if the car will park itself. So this is a running path. This whole thing around this golf course is a big running path. So I like to come here and run a lot whenever I can't make it to jiu-jitsu class or the gym to lift weights. I find a way to do a little bit of something 5 or 6 days out of the week. So trying to lose a little weight. Not that you really are here to hear that, but you're with me, so I'm just sharing the reason why I'm here and why I'm doing this full self-driving drive. So the car's done remarkably well. It did squeeze through a tight little gap to get into the turning lane back there. Made me a little nervous, but all is well. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Gosh, this is the same parking lot where I did a summons video. I think I turned that into a YouTube short or Instagram reel. I can't remember what I did with it. But let's see what the car wants to do here. Lots of parking. The lines, all of the lines for the parking are really faded pretty bad. So we'll see if the car can figure it out. Whoa, what's this? We're gonna back up and park? No? Voila. This is really bad. Okay, first of all, it's parked at an angle. It didn't even park straight in. Also, there's lines here basically saying that you can't park here. Let me show you. Oh gosh, let me show you here. See those lines down there? And again, the car did not even park straight on. So I thought it'd do better than that, to be honest with you. So let me not park here, because if you saw when we pulled into here, there's a community police officer over there. And the last thing we need is a parking ticket. What we will do is use the auto park feature, I suppose. It really is hit or miss with the car parking itself in a parking lot. But obviously I can imagine it's only going to get better. So yeah, that's the officer over there. So anyways, we got plenty of spaces here to park, so let's just do that, and then when we get back we'll do the sun will probably be a little bit further over the hillside, and it'll probably be a little bit more of a night drive back home. But it's gonna park itself. Beautiful, looks good to me. That's sufficient enough. We'll end the video there, or we'll take a break at least. I'm gonna go on a 45-minute run or so. And we'll be back, and we'll talk to you guys on the way back. All right, we just finished up our run. We're trying to cool off and stop sweating a little bit before we get back in the car. I hate getting in my car super sweaty, but I did just want to take a moment to admire it under the lights. I really do like the stealth gray. I like the sleek look of the Model S. Still on them 21s, man. I got to get into some 20s. It'll help with efficiency just a smidget. Let's go back to the other side where we got the better lighting, and take a look at those carbon ceramics down there. Yeehaw, baby. Super shiny, boy. could clean yourself and give yourself a nice clean shave. Looking into those carbon ceramics with the mirror finish. But anyways, I can't get enough of that. I loved that little lock chime. But anyways, we're gonna cool off. We'll jump back in the car and we'll head back to the house. All right, we're done with our running. It's pretty dark outside. I don't think I'm gonna run the face cam on the trip back to the house. I think I'm just going to actually run the GoPro. And the only thing I think I'm gonna say really quickly before we head out is that we're gonna make a quick stop at the grocery store. So we'll give the car another chance to auto park and see what happens there. Other than that, we'll be home in a snap. So we'll see you there. Peace. All right, let's fasten our seatbelt and get out of here. Also, the microphone that I typically use for... Oh, the car made a wrong turn. It can't get out right here. We'll let it work its way out, though. The only other thing I think I was going to say really quickly before I speed this video up is that the microphone that I use for my phone, it's a Rode Micro, and so it does not attach to the GoPro. That's why I tend to lean into my phone a lot as the voice recorder. But yeah, so the audio might sound a little different right here compared to what you've been hearing so far. But it looks like the car's finding its way out of the parking lot. And yeah, we'll see you at the grocery store. I think I'm gonna listen to a little music while we do this ride. If I need to stop it and add some commentary for any reason, we'll do that. right, I'm pausing the music right here so we can see how well the car does when pulling into the shopping center and parking itself. So let's see what happens. Oh, by the way, these are slanted parking spots. They are not what we would consider straight parking lines. They're at an angle, and that never shows up in auto park, so we'll have to see if the car will actually park itself or not. I don't think it is. I think it's gonna just pull in front of the entrance and stop. Watch out for that curb, Tessie. There's a lot of curb there. Definitely cleared the curb well. That's it. Oh, hold on. We might have something here, folks. We might have something here. Let's see what it does. Don't pull. Oh, okay. We like this. Okay. Well done. We are gonna call that a W, although I'm not gonna stay in this parking spot. I just let the car park itself for demonstration purposes. I actually like to park as far away as possible from other cars as I can to avoid door dings. It's kind of an expensive car, so actually let's just pull forward. We'll just pull forward in this open area over here. Ugh, I gotta get some water for the house, but we'll pull here where there's no one next to us. Let's park it. Beautiful. All right, so we'll finish the rest of the trip when I get back. All right, we got the things that we needed. Let's see if the auto opening trunk feature works while I'm using the phone to record. Oh, wait, let's see. It was about to. I had to put the phone down at like waist level, but it did do it while I was using the phone to record. I mean, that's cool, right? Well, let's make some, let's get this stuff in the car and get home. Okay, we're back in the car, and let's have the car take us home. We're literally right around the corner, and let's see if it pulls into the driveway. Let's see if it parks in the driveway. It tends to struggle when there's other cars there, so let's see what happens. Looks like it's gonna back up, but there's a pedestrian coming, so it hasn't moved yet. The pedestrian moved out of the way, so now the car's backing up. Well done, well done. I think navigating in and out of parking lots is what impresses me the most with the car. Now the question is, where the hell is it going? Gonna navigate around these. See, there was actually a way for the car to pull out of the parking lot, like over here on this side, like back here, either one of these little areas. So I'm not sure why it chose to come around. Maybe it's just trying to impress us, but it slowed down well for the speed bumps there. And we're just using the built-in mic in the GoPro right now, so you'll notice the audio difference between when I'm using my phone and when I'm using the GoPro only. I could have pulled out to the left right there, but it's choosing to pull out here. Not sure if you heard that noise or not, but I have the side mirror set to auto fold when I go through that Starbucks drive-through right there. But I don't think you could see the side mirrors with the GoPro setup as it is now. The car's about to pull into the neighborhood now. Got some oncoming traffic. Let's see how it handles this. Beautiful. Whoa. Some water fell over in the back. And let's see what it does. Oh, it's gonna pull into the driveway, you guys. It hardly ever does this. It hardly ever does this. I'm gonna park right next to the Model 3. Really closely. I mean, there's plenty of room to get out, but there's a lot more room to actually park a little bit wider. Let me show you this from the phone here. All right, so I'm still in the car. It just parked right there, and right here is the wife's car. And I feel like it parked a little bit too close. Like there's a lot more room over there, but let's just get out and take a look and show you. I mean, listen, it did it, but there's not. Let me get the motion lights to turn on real quick so we can get a little more light in the lens. Okay, you should be able to see that now. Dark as holy hell, but anyways, look, it parked that close. And it had all this extra room over here. But listen, beggars can't be choosers. It did it. Typically, if there's a car in the driveway, it never does it. It will park literally like in front of that house. It'll just pull up next to the curb, really close to the curb, and stop. So anyways, it did it. That's our FSD video. That's it. We're gonna call it from here, right in the driveway. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.